We grew up on mixtapes and neon
I'm
lights.
Shelley.
Hello, I'm Tammy.
Yay! It's so good to be
We're
here
all
today.
here.
All
So
three of
let's
us.
talk about something fun and something that's probably like got Gen X labeled all over it, right? Um,
Okay.
Leading with integrity, character over shortcuts, your word over your actions. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
I just had this conversation with somebody recently that it's your what you say, what you do, all of those things combined make you what I call a good human. And that's
Mhm.
what we were
Okay.
raised to do whenever we were Gen Xers, right? We're all raised. If we say we're going to do something, we just do it. We may ask ourselves later, why? Why did we do this?
Why did we do
What was I
this?
thinking? But at the end of the day, we do it, right?
We
Well, and
Yes.
do
that's
it.
what I think, that's what I feel like
Mhm.
integrity truly is, right? That just kind of,
And it is. And as Gen Xers, I mean, if we didn't have that, our parents would have slapped us in the face. I mean,
right?
you
Mm.
know, that's
I'm
that's
going to
what we
slap you into next week.
next week, that's what they would
Yes.
say. Yes, they
Yes.
would. So yeah, it follows you
Yes.
regardless if you were in the same, I mean, I don't see anybody that when I was working in high school, but that work ethic and that integrity just follows you along in the way. And I've said for a long time that my whole life I've meant to be, everything was preparing me for where I am right now. And I think it's everybody's life, but the travel business is what it is, because it combines every single thing that I've ever learned in my life and puts it right here.
Mhm.
I agree.
Yeah.
I
And
agree.
integrity is a
I
big part
love
of
it.
it. What about you, Shelley?
Well, I first have to say, all right, you said you made the comment of I'll slap you into next week. Into next week. My dad would have wrapped that up with you pisshead.
Oh,
Quit being a pisshead. And you know
Mine,
what? I said
mine,
that to my
mine always said I
granddaughter.
made one. I made you, and I can make one another one just like you. Yeah, that
Uh-huh.
was
oh yeah.
Uh-huh. Heard
yeah.
that one before too.
Mhm.
I
You know,
told my
I
granddaughter, I said she had a day last week where she was just horribly grouchy. And I said, hey, can you stop being a pisshead to me? And she like lost it, went screaming and crying, running out of the cabin while we were camping across the road to the lake to her parents, like sobbing. Grammy said a mean word to her. So later I had to,
funny.
after she calmed down, I think the next day she was still a
Uh-huh.
little irritated at me that night. She says, why did you say that to me? And I said, well, we talked to you about Poppy. And she goes, yeah, your daddy. He died before I was born. Yes, you're right. Poppy used to say to me when I would do something dumb or I was being mean or I wasn't thinking with my brain, he'd say, hey, quit being a pisshead because I was not thinking with my brain. And she goes, I do not have piss in my head. So there you go. All right. So that's my first thought on I'll slap you into next week.
It was taken literally to her,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yes.
But that just tells you the difference between us and them. Because when our parents said that stuff to us, we didn't go run cry off to somebody else to
Oh,
tell them nothing. Like, because they would have all looked at us like we were crazy.
uh-huh.
And
Right.
now, like
Right.
all of the
Oh,
kids, they're too sensitive. God love them.
oh my goodness,
Well,
aren't
and
they?
yes, she can be, but in her defense, I don't think I've ever called her like a name like that. She ever. And I was at my
Probably not.
wits end with her, and I'm like, you are being a pisshead.
That is
So now
hysterical.
she knows that that's something that her Gen X Grammy got called a lot.
A
There you
lot.
go. There
Yes,
you go.
exactly. Oh,
All
my
right.
mom
So
actually
we kind
made,
of go ahead.
I said my mom would make me go get a switch. That's what she
Oh,
used to say.
Oh,
Go get your
okay.
switch off the tree. And yeah, it
yeah.
wasn't, she never did words like that, but it was like, if you got a switch off the tree, you're in big trouble.
Yep.
I love it. I love it. Oh my
Oh my
goodness.
goodness. So we kind of derailed ourselves, but let's
We
talk about
did,
this
Yeah.
but
integrity.
that's what
It's
we Gen
okay.
Xers do,
It's
right?
okay.
That's what
No,
we do.
It's
I
good.
saw a squirrel. It was all good. So let's talk about integrity and how do you feel like that protects the long game?
All
So
right,
with, oh, go ahead, Shelley.
go ahead. Nope, you start it.
I would say with our business is that I don't it and this is, again, in life in general, is that you definitely have to lead with integrity, because then you don't have trust from people, and
Right.
people think that you're just a, fly by night person or get rich quick person. And we're not any of that. And that's what we have to make sure our integrity comes first before anything else does. And I think that our long game is, I mean, just like all of us, our longevity with this company, 9.5 years, whatever you guys are, um,
6.
that's where it's
Well,
at.
we're
And
human,
oh
Mhm.
but
gosh, aren't we? Yeah, I've
Kinda.
realized that I'm not a supernatural human these last couple of weeks. That's for sure.
oh my gosh. I
Yeah,
couldn't help but throw that in there. You
I
know,
know.
I think that integrity, the word integrity, is something that is so undervalued and underused now.
Yes.
And integrity. So I even pulled it up because I was like, I want to talk about the definition of this and how this plays a role in our lives and in our businesses. Integrity is a quality of being honest and having strong moral principles. The practice of aligning your actions and your values. So no
Mm.
matter, everybody's, integrity is it's integrity. It's how you operate, right?
Uh-huh.
But when you put your action with your values, everybody's values are slightly different, but we can
Mhm.
all still behave in a way that I guess has integrity, for lack
Right.
of like better way to say it.
Hmm.
Um, and if you don't operate with that, there is no long game, I don't think, because
Right.
no one's going to stick around with you.
Right. Exactly. No one's going to be there. No one's going to want to be there. Yeah, for sure. For
I think
sure.
of, I think of people that I have worked with and for in my life, both at a corporate job and in network marketing in the past. Those ones that lack that integrity, I don't want to be around. And I
Mm-mm.
don't want to follow what they say. They may have it completely down. They may have the method and it may work.
Right.
I don't want to do anything that they recommend to me
Mm-mm.
because
No.
I don't have their values, right? Or I don't
Yeah.
trust that they're leading me in a right direction. So I think that's just so important when we're talking about that long game, is not being that person, right? Making
Right.
sure that it all
Yeah.
matches up.
Right. And and just like you said with the definition, is that you're making those decisions that you personally can stand behind, right?
Mhm.
You know that it's important, you know that it's standing behind you. And that goes back into, modeling that professionalism for our team. Is that what,
Right.
and it goes to treat others like you want to be treated kind of thing. I mean, that kind of same
Yeah.
concept. Model that professionalism, model those that integrity that you want to be a part of your team.
Mhm.
And I know that, all three of us can absolutely say that, for probably the most part, our team does have the same integrity as we do, for sure.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Mhm.
Um, my word is my bond. That's what came to mind. So I was
Ah,
looking it up to see
Oh,
007, James
okay.
Bond, Bond,
Bond
James Bond.
007.
Yes. One of the things that was going through my head as you guys were talking is integrity, protecting the long game. And you kept talking about, you've been in the business for 9, 7, 6 years, all of that for us. Um, People see what you do, but you also have to help them understand that, yes, you had a previous life and you did do other things, and then you
Mm,
moved to this, but you still use the same integrity to ensure that what you're doing today is going to be just as good as what you did yesterday.
Yep.
mhm.
Um, and then I did get derailed, so let me just say this. Did you move on
Leadership
to the
when
next?
no one is watching
Mhm.
is is
There we
where we're
go.
at.
There
So
we go. I like it.
yeah, yeah, and that goes back to all integrity altogether. Is that And that's not just in our business. Again, I always keep going. Integrity goes with the whole core. It goes with your whole human being, not just in business, but your whole person. And that's leadership can be a leadership in your family, to make sure that you're still operating as integrity, but leadership as our team for sure. We have to do the good things when nobody is watching, not just when somebody is watching, because I know that a lot, and network marketing in general, a lot of the leaders, that's what they do. They do the stuff when people are watching. Don't do that. Do it
Yeah.
when nobody's watching.
Right. In life, just do that. Like you just said, though, don't let it just be because you're in a business that makes you do that,
Yeah.
because that's a post that you'll see or would have seen on my social media,
Mhm.
that had that actual thing that sometimes you have to have the hard conversations you don't want to have with somebody, even whenever you
Yeah.
don't want to have to do it, right?
Right.
Because
Exactly.
that's what being a good human is all about.
Yeah.
Um, But I do agree, leadership when no one's watching, because there's a lot of people that we have been in connection with or have been around at times or have seen or at previous businesses or previous whatevers. And we've seen that they do what they want when they're not around people, but as soon as they're around others, they put on a different face, and I don't like that. So any other thoughts on this? And I'm sorry, I zoned out for a minute.
No, that's okay. Hey, we got it
Good.
going. We got it. So
There you
yeah.
go. I'll have to come back and listen to it to hear what you guys
There you
said.
go. And your core message is, integrity sustains that success, and that is absolutely 100% is that. And it goes back to being in the business a long time. So
Yeah.
yep.
Yep.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and say that this is a wrap, my friends. I really think, though, we need to go back at some point and we need to do a whole podcast on all the things that our parents ever told us.
Oh my gosh, we totally do. As soon as we were saying that, I'm like, wouldn't that be fun? That would be
Yeah.
fun.
So the start of our podcast needs to be its own podcast episode. And we need to expand on that, because I'm telling you, we could keep people
I like it.
interested for days, I think.
In stitches for sure.
Yes.
Entertained
Yes.
for a while. Yeah.
Agreed. Agreed. But you know what,
Like
guys?
it.
If you've enjoyed today's episode, you want to learn some more, be sure to hit the follow and like button, subscribe to what you see here, and don't miss an adventure in the future. And as always, thank you for joining us on this wild and beautiful journey. Until next time, keep exploring, my friends.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.